shit. It might be dark now, but here comes the sunrise. Here comes the king of the cosmos.
We're bringing it.
Here comes the good feelings. Reggie, will you join me on this journey towards happiness right now?
I am so ready right now.
I could really use a little bit of cheering.
A bit of that joy.
A little bit of that giraffe and these ducks.
Oh my god, what a great project.
Na 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 Katamari Damacy. Na 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 Katamari Damacy.
Just jizzing sparkles and diamonds.
La 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 Katamari Damacy. Happiness, sunshine, rainbows, sparkles, 2019. Yeah, here we go.
Now, this is a great game to have remastered. I am completely behind this.
Remaster my life.
Oh my god.
HD remix my soul.
Let's go.
This dude's an asshole, by the way. Your dad is a piece of shit.
I realize. But he comes from a good place, you know?
Does he?
It's a tough upbringing, man.
Yo, I'm pretty sure that the whole point of his character is that like you're supposed to always feel like a failure. It's that strict dad that you will never acknowledge you, and like if he ruffles his paper and tucks his pipe up, then it's like, yeah, you're doing all right.
Yeah, okay.
You know? Like it's one of the if you have a heart-to-heart moment and you're like, Dad, you know, I just want to let you know that I love you, and he goes, thanks. It's one of those kind of dads.
Oh my god.
You know? Playing his best. I love going,
oh my god. I love it. Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
I mean, you've seen his pants. They're tight.
He has a huge nutsack. It's massive.
Yeah, he's swinging.
It's like, God.
He's got that big energy. Yeah. I mean, you're the king of the cosmos. People need to know what's up.
That's right.
If I may, just peeking down on you.
Fucking ceiling cat.
Right?
Look at this shit.
Watching you fap. Checking out your folders, seeing what you
Pretend I'm not here. Pretend I'm not here.
Right click save as. Oh, word. We going there today? Look at this asshole.
What? Okay, breaking everything.
Just on a drunk ass bender.
He's turned up right now.
Why?
He's
Why?
turned up.
For what reasons?
Yeah, he really got smashed. He just got smashed.
And just now we're just gonna fucking be unapproving and shitty to you as you fix my mistakes the whole time for no reason. So many there used to be. Almost a nuisance. Almost a nuisance. Now there's nothing but darkness. Everybody, I assume you know, but in case you don't, this is the prince. This is a Katamari. In fact, Reggie, here's a Katamari in real life right here. I got my little Katamari plushie.
And it's very well done, by the way. It's knitted.
It's actually magnetic, too. Picked it up at MagFest, I did.
Wow.
Have you ever been to Thailand?
No, not yet.
It's all about kicking and Muay Thai, you know? Muay Thai, kickboxing, stereotypes!
Okay.
Once you're a king of the cosmos and you look down on a country, all you see are stereotypes. There's no time for the fun or details. Don't worry about that. So, Reg, I appreciate you in your role as designated fact checker, designated detail.
Yep. I appreciate the task at hand here.
Yeah, so basically we're trying out a thing where I'm like, Reggie, I want you to be my CO. So Reggie's gonna be pulling information when we hang out and being like, yo, did you know this, that, and the next? And I'm like, that's a pretty cool fact. There's no other video game that has a soundtrack even close to this. Like, there are other, like, children's games, and there are other games with happy soundtracks, but there's nothing that just matches the mood of, like, just upbeat joy in the same way, you know?
That was the task that Takahashi gave his team. He basically wanted to have a game that was fun, simple, easy to understand, and quirky as well.
Quirky is a good word for this.
That's exactly what he wanted, and even for the music, he was like, I'm gonna get really cool people, but I'm gonna get people that I think deserve to be on the music, on the soundtrack, on the production. And do you know who actually sings in this song?
No.
You don't know? Okay. Of course you've heard of You Are Shock.
Oh shit.
By Crystal King, right?
Yes.
Okay, and half of Crystal King is the guy that sings this song. It's Masayuki Tanaka. He also sang some songs for Kamen Rider and Ultraman.
Oh shit!
Yep, Kamen Rider Kuga.
And he did Gundam themes as well.
There you go.
Fuck.
So it's this guy, and in this soundtrack for the whole game, basically the guy that was responsible, the head of music, is Yu Miyake. And the last time I heard of him, he was at MagFest. 2015, he was DJing Katamari Damacy song.
I was there live for that shit.
Yes, DJ Utron is Yu Miyake.
I fucking caught that set live and it was amazing.
It was great. So this guy,
oh my god,
he met Takahashi Keita when they were at Namco, and they were working on some really weird project where they had to make like a video for Namco, and they really liked working together. So Takahashi was like, hey, you want to work with me? I have this new project, I need new music, I want to get people that have been popular in Japanese media and music in the 70s, in the 80s, 90s, that have a bit fallen off, and I want to give them a chance to come back and make tracks for this game.
Like Quentin Tarantino.
Straight up.
Pulling back people from his movies.
Straight up.
Wow.
And this is why this game is so much soul, so much magic behind it.
It's baked into the fucking, like...
It's everywhere.
Into the ingredients.
It's freaking everywhere.
Yo, I bought you this cool shit, but I dropped it.
I dropped it.
Where'd you drop it? I don't fucking know. Go pick it up, though. I love you.
You'll find it somewhere on this shit planet.
Right.
I don't know, just take
you
care
want
of
my
it.
love? Go find it. 7 minutes Earth time? Any longer than that, and even the king of all cosmos can't be expected to wait. You fucked up the stars. This is all your fault,
You
Dad.
did this.
Human beings, as a whole, love to organize and file and collect things. And like, you know those little satisfying OCD moments that we have, right?
Everything has to be in order.
Yes.
Clean.
Right? So Tetris came out and fucking soothed the feeling that no one knew they needed. Right? The feeling of organizing boxes into tight little spaces and watching them perfectly fit together. Nobody knew, get here, snail.
It's so satisfying.
Nobody knew that that's what they needed. But then they just felt it for the first time and went, oh, this is good. You know? So, I feel like Katamari is the first game in years to come along and equally, like, bring that sense of joy to something that you didn't know you needed. I didn't know that rolling things up was a fun feeling, right?
The snowballing is great.
And slowly cleaning up the room as you stick everything together. That makes sense.
The characters, right? Like they actually existed before Katamari. He actually tried to come up with a fantasy project. It was Action Drive. That was the name, and it was
Action Drive.
Yeah, it was some weird ass project where basically you were the prince of all cosmos.
Okay.
And you would go around and you would stick a steering wheel in the head of humans and drive them around and try to control them.
Whoa, that's
and
too weird.
Fuck shit up. And the premise was that the queen of all cosmos got kidnapped by Earth agents, and the king of all cosmos was like, yo, you have to go down to Earth and get her back. And you would go there and drive people and try to collect stuff. But that didn't work. The project got canned. But he was like, I love these characters and I'm gonna try to reuse them one day.
Okay.
And when Katamari came up, he was like, yeah, I have this idea, but I'm not a game designer. I'm an artist, right? So he was talking to one of his old bosses who was also in the art department. He was like, yo, I have this idea for a game. And the boss was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, okay? We have I think the Namco Digital Hollywood program. It's this program we have where the new designers would come over and they learn how to do stuff, how to work with our projects.
Okay.
So what you could do is maybe get a couple of them, show them how the engine works,
Okay.
and just ask them to make a fuck ton of items. That way, they will be able to practice, get better at this, and you can use these assets inside your game. And they're like, okay, yeah, we'll do this.
Okay.
And he didn't have game designers yet, and Namco wasn't giving him much budget for the game. It was really hard to get it going. So at some point, Namco just started firing a bunch of people.
Oh.
And he went to 3 like game designers, game developers, and he was like, "Hey, you guys are getting fired. You want a job?" And they were like, "Yeah, all right, come up with me. I got a project for you." So he saved 3 of them, and he was like, "Start developing this game." And that's how he got the ball rolling on the production. So for 6 months, they worked on this prototype, making objects, building like the physics and everything.
But that's all it was. They were just making these objects. Okay.
Yeah, just making a bunch of objects, working on the assets and everything. Still for the GameCube, technically.
So like,
And it took 6 months to get a working prototype for the next festival. And after that, the project was greenlit.
it was boring to watch this whole time. So basically, like, they from the get-go, Namco was fucking it up.
Yep. Namco put sticks
The whole way through.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
It is a miracle this thing is all as out
Yes.
and is as good as it is.
Yes. And this is why everybody should check this out.
Oh, fuck.
Like, if you're watching this Let's Play, you should tell people, yo, check this shit out because this game is amazing.
Oh, shit, story time.
Oh, man.
I want to watch that show.
This was created for Katamari. Jumbo Man, he's called.
Yeah.
星空が突如なくなってしまいました。
What?
原因は現在調査中。
Whoa, what happened?
Excuse me. Don't worry about it. And now
missed the
back to
beat
Jumbo
down.
Man.
What are we gonna tackle
Make
now?
star 3. Or we can make cancer.
Oh my god!
No!
Make cancer.
No!
Let's have this happen.
Make cancer. Speaking of delicious crab,
Oh!
Reggie. Reggie.
Okay, I won't say anything. No crab jokes.
How do you feel? Okay. We're gonna bypass that entirely.
Okay.
We're gonna bypass the obvious entirely.
Okay.
This Katamari does not need to be rolling up on anyone's coochie right now. Just like, hey girl, where are you? No.
No. All right, good to go.
Yep. We get to. All right. Just call over the prince. How do you feel about crab as a food?
Oh, I think it's really good, but it's such a bitch to eat.
Thank you.
It's such a bitch to eat. Like, if they found a way to like squeeze the meat out, I'd be all for crab, but yeah, too much trouble.
So I went to Joe's Crab Shack with Matt and Crime Tina, and it was a good time except for the part where you eat, because god damn it, you have to work so hard to squeeze the meat out. And it's not worth it when you can taste similar, if not better meat
Elsewhere.
Lobster is just big and it's just there.
Oh my god. Lobster is easier to get the meat out as well, the flesh.
You don't have to
crab
fucking.
is like,
You don't have to
suck in on
battle.
Suck in on it and be like, it's not coming out.
Right?
And, oh my god.
You don't have to fucking battle to get your crab meat. Like, it really was exhausting. And every other time I've had crab, I've just been like, yo, just give me like other seafood. Every other, like lobster and shrimp is small, but you don't have to fight its fucking shell, you know? And like, what, you know it's gonna be a rough time when they bust out the fucking tool belt, you know?
Oh my god.
You see the fucking tool
And
belt
they
they
make it
bring
happen.
you? Like the spiky spoon thing.
It's like, that's not normal.
It's too much. It's too much. Imagine if you would someone angry as fuck, like suit that loves crab, and they're just like, man, fuck you, Woolie, and they got the bib on, and they're just like, just you wait. Just give me like 15 minutes. And then they're just like picking through the crabs and slowly eating the meat.
They would eat the inside of your bones, man. Like, if they came at you, I wouldn't want to fuck with them, bro.
With the fucking, you got the nutcracker? You got that fucking nutcracker thing?
So yeah, this song, like, there's a guy that's singing and there's a girl that's singing.
Yes.
And the guy is basically like, hey, I can't sing, I don't want to sing, but if you want me to sing, okay, I'll try. And the girl is...
Oh, the lyrics?
Yeah, the lyrics. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And the girl...
Yo, Reggie, you're the best. That's so fucking cool.
And the girl is Nobue Matsubara, and she was super popular, like late 70s, 80s,
Really?
late 90s.
Oh, here they come.
And she was singing
I got
And
it.
in this song, he's basically saying like, oh, I don't like big spaces. I like tight, snug places, like next to you and sticking to people like a Katamari.
Yeah.
And like stick your Katamari on me, stick it in me, and let's spend the night together. We'll do some judo, and we'll let our milky love grow bigger as we stare at the moon and get drunk together.
Oh, wow.
It's a really crazy song.
What a good song. That's so cool. I didn't know.
The more you know.
116 crabs.
You happy? Fab. Let's go.
They're gonna call me Fabulous. Whatever happened to Fabulous?
I don't know, actually.
Where is Fab?
Where is Ghetto Fabulous?
What would he have to say about the current state of events?
Is this a satisfactory amount of crab for Fab?
I need to know.
Fab, how much crab is good for you?
I was introduced to crab meat with fake crab meat.
Oh, that sucks.
And you know what? But here's the thing, though, because, Jesus, church boy, all that stuff. Upbringing. I'm fine with it because at least it was a giant piece of meat that you couldn't otherwise get from a real crab. Oh, she feels it.
Oh.
Feels the cosmos.
Wow.
Nah, girl, it's just the MDMA kicking in.
A bit too young for that.
Next time you buy a gift for your kids at Christmas, just be like, it's somewhere. In the house? No.
No, it might still be at the shop, actually.
It's like, is it under the tree? Nah. In the house? Nah. On the block? Nah. Where is it? Good luck. Like, honestly, I'm not fucking around when I say this. Like, it's no hyperbole, my favorite OST.
I believe it.
It's not video games. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound like a soundtrack. It just sounds like fucking, like the story you're telling, Oh, fuck, cat, get out of here. Fences are always amazing. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Fences are always great. Yo, as soon as you can get a fence, get a fence.
Oh, that is such
General life advice.
Good weight.
By the way.
Yes, build a wall.
No!
No?
No!
Oh, okay, no, don't. I'm sorry. Don't build a wall. Just a fence.
Buy a nice fence. Very different.
Gotta enjoy the good things in life.
That's it.
Take your time, Woolie.
Thank you.
It's like a little parade.
Yes! It's like paprika.
High five, Woolie. High five. I'm so with you.
Isn't that paprika?
Yes.
You feel that shit. The Satoshi Kon is real, son.
Thank you. If you haven't seen Paprika, you must watch it. You have to. It is a visual masterpiece. Have you seen the movie Whiplash?
I have not.
Personally, it's the best movie I've seen in the last 10 years.
Oh, shit. That is a glowing recommendation.
Yeah. And it has J.K. Simmons in it. And there's one part where he's talking to the student and he's talking about Charlie Parker, the bird. And he says, Charlie Parker once went to do a show and he got booed. And he was like, fuck this, I'm gonna get better. Just like at the arcade games, people come, they beat the shit out of you.
Yep.
You go home,
Yep.
you grind, you come back, and then you're a champion. And he said, imagine if that day people came and was like, oh, it's all right, you're good. Maybe he might have never become that great.
Right.
And he's saying the greatest two words that can destroy someone are good job.
Ah.
So I think the king of all cosmos has a bit of J.K. Simmons in him.
Okay.
He cares. Deep inside, he cares.
But the disapproving is so that you can be the best you, right? Right. And that thirst and that drive, right? Okay, so guess what? You know who had similar situations?
Who?
Michael fucking Jackson.
Oh my god.
And Tiger fucking Woods.
Oh, Tiger Woods too?
Tiger Woods' dad had him out there swinging on the field so that he could become the greatest golfer of all time from when he was a teenager. He was golfing his entire life with no say in the matter. Oh, lonely rolling star. Forget your fucked up childhoods for a minute.
Oh my god, this song.
Lonely rolling star. Anyway, so those fucked up like situations happened that led to the greatest of all time in their respective fields, but at what cost, right?
Yep. A loss of a childhood, maybe?
Do you think Michael or do you think Tiger, like, would they trade off some of their skill
For a childhood.
for a childhood? Or how about this? Or for like less trauma, right? When you're fucking getting beaten into being a good like skilled person at whatever the thing is.
Yeah, I don't know. I think...
You know what I mean? So like, there's on the one hand, there's never feeling satisfied, right? Satisfaction is absolutely the death of like skill and improvement.
That's so rough.
However, there's something to be said about the opposite end where you never ever get to be enough. And whatever you do, and like now that lack of satisfaction ends up being what you're obsessed with. And you can't think about anything else but succeeding. And you're unhappy in everything else in life.
So this song also has a
Tell
good
me about
story.
this song, Reggie. Tell me about the song that I
It's
love.
so great. Okay, there's a bit of tragedy behind this.
Okay.
Okay, so the singer is...
And the name of the song. And
Yeah.
like take us
the name
through
of the
the
song
fucking history, bro.
is Lonely Rolling Star.
Lonely fucking Rolling Star.
All right,
Yeah.
and it's by Saki Kabata. She was discovered in a talent search. There was this dude named, I think it's Tsunku or something, and he was in a rock band late 80s. And around the late 90s, he was like, you know what, I'm gonna have my star show search, where I'm gonna just like have people do auditions, and we're gonna make stars out of the winners, you know, like American Idol, like before that.
Yeah.
So-
X Factor, etc.
So he goes, and there's this edition called Morning Musume Member,
Yes,
Tsuikai edition.
yeah, Morning Musume. Yeah,
Yes.
very famous. Yeah.
Yes, and it was a part of the Asayan talent searches, and she participated. She was one of the 16 finalists, but she didn't make it. She, I think, ended like 5th or 4th or something.
Okay.
But even then, like, people noticed her, and they were like, "Oh, she's actually
You're
really
super
good."
good,
This
yeah.
Saki Kabata. So she came in another talent show like 3 years later by the same company, and she was offered a few deals by different companies, and she signed with one of them. And she was supposed to have a solo career, but they didn't want her to be like an idol, so she grouped her with other people. So she had a little
Okay.
band. She was at the head of the band, but everything failed and came crashing down because the company went bankrupt. So all that went to shit. Then she was like, we're wondering what was going to happen, but another label...
So she wasn't billed as an idol?
No, they didn't want her to be an idol, really.
Okay.
So like she had a band, but she was supposed to have like 3 singles, an album, but it failed, and another label picked her up. So she released a single in 2002, and she started doing voice acting, live performances, like a lot of them do.
Yeah,
and she started her own podcast and gaining traction, you know? So
Okay.
that leads all the way to 2004, and you have like Katamari Damacy is like coming around, you know?
Yeah.
And in January 2004, one of her best friends, another singer and songwriter, Shimizu Kazuhiko, died in a car accident.
Oh,
and
fuck.
she didn't do shit for the first part of the year. And the only thing that she did that year was do the recording for Lonely Rolling Star
Oh my
in
God.
March.
Oh shit.
And that's what she came out with. And this song is basically somebody that's singing to her friend, his or her friend, and it's like a sunny sky. Her heart feels light, like clear skies, and she's looking in their eyes.
And this is the only thing she sang.
Yep, for the first half of the year, that's the only thing that she released.
Holy
And
shit.
the song is about like just being happy together, walking hand in hand, and chatting, piling together and tangling each other like a Katamari again. And don't stand in one place, lonely star, you know, just face forward, keep going, the star will shine like confetti again, and I'll meet you again one day.
Oh.
We'll meet again, maybe next month or next year at the same place, but don't stay in the same spot. Keep moving forward.
Keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
Keep
Face
rolling.
forward and keep going forward.
Fuck.
And this is particular because you know how I told you that they picked the artists for this soundtrack?
Yes.
The lyrics for every song were written before picking the artists. So this song matches with what was happening with her. It was like, we wrote this song, do you want to come and perform it? And she was like, yes, I'll do it. I will do it. And that was
Holy
right after
shit.
she lost her friend.
Dude,
Yeah, I know it's fucked up. It's so
But
sad.
here's the thing, though. I mean, just the perspective of my own shit. But it's like, shit's rough, right? Shit sucks. 2018 ended on a fucking bad note. But you know what we're doing right now? We're rolling.
We're still rolling.
Reggie, you're here with me
We can't stop.
because I gotta keep rolling.
We can't stop.
And
buddy.
I'm really happy that you agreed to do that. So thank you.
I'll help you push that ball.
Oh
I'll
my
help you push that
god.
Katamari, buddy.
Don't stay in one place.
No.
No matter how
moving.
bad it fucking gets, keep on fucking rolling.
Yeah.
It's not fantastic LP commentary to just sing along, but I
the music
kind
is
of
so
don't.
great.
I kind of don't care, you guys. I'm just feeling it. I'm just feeling it.
Do you like to sing? Do you like to sing?
Kissing?
No, do you like to sing?
Do I like to sing?
Yes.
I'm bad at it now, but I used to sing in a choir as a church boy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow, such
early-
a good boy.
Oh yeah, early young Woolie was my brother and I were all about singing, drawing, and acting.
Wow, that's good.
So we did all three things, and we're hoping to.
Triple threats in a way.
Yeah, well, we weren't sure what we liked the most, you know. I enjoyed the drawing part more. I leaned more towards that. He leaned to more acting and singing because he started composing songs and stuff. And like as we got older, like we grew out of choir, but he kept doing like kind of like R&B church songs, you know. You know that like Beyonce before Destiny's Child.
That's cool.
Where you're basically you're throwing down jams, like slow jams for Jesus. You know how it is. That started happening, and then he kind of focused more into that, and then he got like picked up with acting as well, and sort of went in that route, and it was pretty cool. And I just as I went more the art route, that's where I kind of stopped singing and whatnot.
I see.
But I've always enjoyed it.
Oh, look at all these eggs.
Yeah. It's always been fun to me. It's just, clearly I'm fucking just a hoarse-voiced idiot at this point. But once upon a time, as a little cherub, I did have an angelic church voice.
Wow. Maybe you should go in the deep end, like go with the deep voice, like Barry
Sure.
White.
I tried in that we did our little fucking biking video where it's a life with biking, and I try to hold a slight note for a minute in the most obnoxious, like, old school way. Sacrifice all these birds.
Great job.
It's like all their deaths for a little trumpet fanfare. I feel it. The ketamine is kicking in. Have you ever been to the Netherlands? I have!
Wow.
I have.
That's very nice.
I've been there. It was very nice.
How was it? I wish I could go.
Amsterdam. The pipe. All of it.
Were you there during the Christmas era? Or when did you go?
Summer.
Summer? Oh, okay. Have you ever heard of Sinterklaas?
No.
Oh my god.
Wait, are you talking about like the evil Santa original legend?
But basically, it's Saint Nick, okay?
Yeah.
But over there, Sinterklaas has little helpers. And it made a bit of a controversy because obviously it looks really messed up. He has helpers called Zwarte Piet, which is basically Black Pete.
Blackface helpers. I saw them. I saw the army of blackface helpers, dude.
And
everyone's like, no, it's not racist. It's
not
fine.
racist. But like 90% of the population is like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, times are moving forward,
It's the classic black helpers.
Yep.
Old Saint Nick and his old Nick. Don't worry about it.
Because it's normal. You have those little niggas just going around and wrapping gifts and it's happy.
No elves.
And just going around on boats and stuff. So yeah, like now they're trying to like make it less blackface and just like, because it's supposed to be a bit of suit because you go through the chimney, but they just made that shit fully dark.
Yo, y'all didn't know the North Pole was in Camden?
You're open, bitch. like, Santa is here.
I will admit, a good crown is like baller as fuck. Not gonna lie. I like a good crown, Reggie. I don't know if you know this about me.
I did not know that, actually. I'm
fan of a good
learning.
crown. Too big is garbage, though. Like, you know, like that giant ass Pope crown?
Yeah.
Too much.
That's
Vicarious
too much.
Filet Day, eat my nuts. Fuck you.
So you want something more like maybe the King Jerry Lawler or something?
I like the simple, but like elegant, you know? A nice, simple, and elegant crown. Not the crown of thorns. It doesn't got to be Jesus Christ, Savior on the cross. But, you know, like, he's a fuckboy, but Joffrey, he had a nice crown. Joffrey had a nice crown.
Crowns.
Oh, shit. Is that the sound of the dopamine kicking in? It might just be.
So this track, again,
Yeah.
is titled Roll Me In. Very simple, straightforward. It was sang by Asaka Yui, who was an 80s singer, a voice actress, and a super idol.
I can't believe the fucking Pulp Fiction / Kill Bill-esque way that Keita brought back classic singers. That is so cool to know.
It's amazing. Hey, you got it finally, that one. Okay. And yeah, she was, at the end of the 80s, she was considered to be one of the queens of J-pop. She was freaking big.
Okay.
And the 90s came around, and she tried to drop that idol label and try to be a bit more mature, different, more traditional.
Okay.
But she was having issues on her end, and she didn't renew her singing contract with her company in like 92, 93 because they had issues with her, and Asaka Yui was her stage name, and they were like, oh, can you pick your real name? And she didn't want to, so she didn't sign with them. She was getting popular, right? And she got cut from her radio show.
On her comeback?
Nope, she wasn't a comeback. It was just like, she was trying to change, simply. She was still there.
okay.
But after they were like, oh
JT
yeah,
without
like,
NSYNC.
pretty much.
Word.
But that didn't work out for her in the end.
Okay.
She was like a bit popular. She had a radio show, but she lost the show. She got cut. And then after she got cut, she kind of disappeared. And that's when people thought like, oh, she retired. She's gone and stuff. But she did a small comeback in 97, but she was never as big as she was before. And so Katamari rolls around, and they were
Keita
like,
comes out.
hey, we remember you.
Yeah.
We love what you did. Do you want to sing a song for us? It's some loungy music. It's really cool and sleek.
You want to class it up?
You want to class it up? And she was like, yep, I'm down. I like this idea. And this is why we have this song
There you go.
in this game right now.
Trash Crown. King of Trash. That's me.
But that's your crown
my
right
title. It was made for me. No one can have it. Yeah.
there. Another big one.
Another one.
DJ Khaled.
And then
We the best.
can we get one more? We're just gonna have to keep it nice and erotic. Wait. 70.
Okay.
Drop.
Okay. Oh, son of a bitch. Well done, well done. I think he's gonna be happy.
Shoot, someone's coming. Oh. We can't open our eyes. It's too dazzling. Let's take a look at the gorgeous rainbow back.
Wow. Hey, we're doing a good job right now.
Play that at my funeral. When my life is sacrificed in a giant funeral pyre, once it's all said and done, just play a little.
Thank you for your time, Woolie.
You did it.
All right, which country are we gonna talk shit about today?
Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, a lot of countries there.
Alaikum salam. You ever been to the Arabian Peninsula? We haven't either.
No.
I didn't have to because I learned from Malcolm X, son, my brother. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. The day is coming when the mutants will rise up in the name of Magneto.
Rip Stanley.
But no, Martin Luther King says that we can have a home for the gifted mutants and we can change the world together. Foolishness.
Malcolm's like, fuck that shit.
Asteroid X. That's where we're chilling. Now this map is where shit starts to get real. Because this is We're on a global scale now. We're getting up there. We
So
can believe in you for 11 minutes in Earth time.
We can do this.
Any longer than that, and we can't be expected to. Your father believes in you for exactly 11 minutes. You soppy prince.
You know, it's really cool, you know, that we were even able to enjoy this game. Like, there was no US release plan for this, you know.
Well, here's the thing, right? This is easily a game that would never get ported based on old school video game ideology.
Yeah.
They're like too weird, too Japanese, can't translate the title, can't make an American fucking commercial for it, so it'll never come over, right? This would have been one of those games, but thankfully it was not.
Yep. Like, they basically released it in Japan, and it was 4,000 yen.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a full price game. It was just like, hey, it's cheap, buy it, you know?
This would have been one of those games where it never comes out here, but Reroll comes out because people get to love the original.
Yeah.
And this is actually the first time people are playing it for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like it would have been that historically, because we've seen that kind of thing. Anyway, go ahead.
And exactly, there was no US release plan. But soon after it came out, they came to America, and there was a game dev conference, and they showed Katamari Damacy, and people went apeshit. They were like, yo, what is this? Like, it's so, like, quirky and funny, and like, what, you're rolling a ball around, there's a king, all these colors, and they were like, okay, well, thank you.
Check
like,
on.
and people were like, yo, like, are we gonna get to play this? And they're like, no, it's not planned for the US.
Oh.
And people were mad. They cried at Namco, the media, the fans. They were like, yo, you need to give it to us.
So they brought it to a conference just to be like, yeah,
this is what they have in Japan, but yeah, you're not getting that. And
like,
why?
Yeah. Just to be like, we got some cool shit, but yeah, you wouldn't understand it. Fucking hipsters.
Yep. So in the end, they whined so much that Namco was like, okay, don't worry, we'll get it done. So that summer, they announced, okay, we're gonna release Katamari Damacy. It's gonna come in September. America's gonna get it. Stop crying. So we're like, yeah.
So out of touch.
And Europe was like, hey, what about us? What about us?
Yeah.
And they were like, fuck the French. It never happened. It didn't go to the EU. Poor guys. But yeah, it was a sleeper hit because I think Namco was expecting some sales in Japan, but they only sold like 20% of what they were expecting to sell.
Okay.
But when they brought it over to America, then it was like, oh my god, look at this.
Yeah.
And then it became more...
Rolling Fever.
Exactly.
Rolling Fever hit America.
Rolling Fever. And everybody praised Takashi Keita. They were like, what an innovator, what a creator.
And what do they fucking do? They're like, let's get that sequel going, but let's just not listen to him and do what he wants. Like, let's give him a hard... He made so much of a success that we're going to give him a hard time the whole way through.
Yep.
Wow.
He didn't want to do it.
What a thankless fucking, like, job, man. Headphones.
Let's go.
Guess what? Guess what it is? You found it from the person I actually gave it to and took it from them. The Earth really is full of things. How do you optimize this shit? Because this stage is so hard.
Oh, God.
The stage is hard.
Okay, so you have to be careful.
Yeah, you can't
cannot touch a bear.
No.
You cannot touch anything that looks like a bear. You cannot touch a sticker with a bear on it.
You gotta be very careful.
Dodge that shit.
This is
like
gonna be
crazy.
slow and meandering, but there's one reason why it's okay. And you know why it's okay?
Why is it okay?
It's okay because we're getting funky with it. Check it out. Funky da. Minna damatte kuru ni suite. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Sounding like that Naruto rapper there.
I see that bear. Okay, so there's a bear right in front. Oh!
Oh my god. There's something on me? Oh my god. We got bumped into it. Are we big enough?
It's so hard. It doesn't. It's so fucking. No, it's a small one, man.
Oh, jeez.
See, I can't. Standing still is no good. I have to know where to go. I have to know where to go.
Guess you shouldn't be playing in the street, motherfucker. You know, sad story. I was supposed to have a twin.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but he passed at birth, unfortunately.
Whoa.
I always wondered what it would be to have a twin brother.
That you just casually dropped that. That's a very casual thing to throw out there, Reggie.
Well, nice to meet you. I have a dead twin brother.
Wow. I mean,
it changes a life. Like, I always wonder, like, what if, you know?
I mean, the nice part is that, like, the joyous occasion of your birth is still celebrated as, like,
yes, yay.
You know?
But yeah, like, it's not something that, like, people talk about.
Wow.
But it's still, like, I wonder, you know, where would I be if I had, like, this sibling that was just like me? And, like, we pushed each other in life, you know? Like, I could have been a totally different person.
Reggie and Leggie.
Leggie?
Damn.
That's the best you could come up with? At least you didn't say wedgie or anything like that.
Right and left. Yeah.
Oh, fucking guy. All right, let's get those twins.
Yeah.
You make it pretty for me.
Yeah.
You make it really pretty. I'm going to be more disappointed than the king if you don't pass this shit.
I'm just, you know, woof. Hey.
It's okay, you know, like, life has its share of...
Well, you've never known life without it being the way it is, but that's still a... You know, I mean, shit, you didn't even warm up, you didn't even, like, pour a drink, like, you just went right for it.
It's the first thing I thought about. I was like, hey, twins. Every time I see twins, actually, I think about
that.
I think about that.
When did you find out? Like, was that a conversation that just kind of...
I think it came up when I was a kid at some point, and my brother was like, yeah, you ate your twin in the womb. And that stuck with me. Because that's something people say.
What?
They're like, if like you have a twin and he dies, and they're saying like, yeah, the other one ate the other one. And I just always like, no, I didn't. And I was like, ah.
That's a really fucked up way to say that. Wow.
It is.
Dude.
It totally is.
Like, I'm sorry to hear that. That's super fucked up.
Oh, you don't have to be sorry, you know, things happen. But every time I see a twin, I'm like, man, it's a special bond, you know? And I could have known that bond, but I never will.
Yeah, but maybe they also would take half of your power. Maybe there's a shared life bar. Do you have, like, siblings otherwise?
Yeah, I have...
Actually, I'm not aware, dude.
Yeah, I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. And one brother lives in Quebec City with his girlfriend. Okay. I have 2 nieces.
Okay, so...
him. Yeah, I got a family, you know?
Yeah, they made up for it.
Exactly. They're all doing well.
Is it mysterious or normal or what? Real mystery is how you managed to get so few.
Oh my god, the burn.
What is it? Why? Roll up more mystery.
Why are you like this?
Alright, we'll just fucking pop it.
Oh my god, so mean.
Dzień dobry. Have you ever been to Poland? We go there often.
No, I have not.
We hope you can visit during the day's rolling, like that's possible. Oh yes, almost forgot. Oh yes, a royal present.
Spent the Czech Republic.
Oh yeah? How was that?
Hungary and Austria and Germany, but not Poland.
You did like Europe.
It was a really messed up trip. It was 4 countries, 10 days.
Oh, was it like graduation?
Just a school trip, basically.
Cool.
With the trivia team, because I was a nerd.
You were on the trivia team?
Yes, I was.
Bruh.
Yeah, the more you know.
I was president of anime and comic books in college. But the trivia team, wow.
And we were really good too.
Damn.
We lost 1 tournament ever.
Holy shit.
In like 5 years.
Reggie, the trivia champion.
Yeah, that's why I still have like the love for Jeopardy and going to trivia nights in bars.
That's why you were coming here playing fucking HQ trivia the other day.
Yes.
While I'm like, Reggie, I'm talking to you about LPs.
And I'm like, yeah, just give me a second, man. Like, question 11, man, I'm gonna make 45 cents.
Wow. Now I get it. You're creating the lore as we speak. Sunflowers are so fucking big, I love them. Thank you for being obnoxiously huge. They're very annoying when I'm walking to my aunt's house because they're hanging over the fucking foliage and they're just all in your face and it's like, can you just clip your fucking sunflowers? No? Okay, cool. But when I need to get big in Katamari, they don't fail me.
Oh, sunflowers creep me out, man.
Oh yeah?
It's like a huge, like, the middle of it. It's like a giant, like, dandelion or whatever. It's really creepy.
They smell nice.
I never get close to them. I'm actually afraid of them.
Oh, okay.
I think because, like, once I was, like, riding my bike in an alleyway and there were sunflowers, and I got close to it, and
they
there were
in the face.
No, there were just a bunch of bees and wasps around it. So I was like, fuck that shit, and I just left. And ever since, like, I'm like, yo, big flowers? No, it's dangerous. Oh, we're so close.
We had to see it sometime.
What's he gonna say? Tepid. Oh my god, that ain't hot. It's tepid.
Tepid is no good for a star.
Look at.
But it'll do for stardust.
Yo, did you see his hands?
So, there's life even for the lukewarm-blooded. Not that we could strictly call that life. Don't come complaining if you catch a cold sitting in that tepid bath. Well, you'll get your stardust today.
Prince is so disappointed.
But do a hotter job next time. Get fucked, my child. You know, a man by the name of Jesus Christ once said that if you are hot, then you are hot. And if you are cool, then you are refreshing. But if you are lukewarm water, I will spit you out of my mouth.
Oh my god.
And that's used as an analogy to say that if you're in, you're in. If you're out, you're out. But don't be half and half.
Don't stand in the doorway.
Don't fucking fence sit with me. Because that shit's nasty, and I don't like it.
Oh, man.
There's your Bible lesson, Reggie.
Learned.
I feel like I can live without an apron. You know? Just saying. Like, I feel comfortable.
You prefer cooking
I'm quite
loosely?
Fine. I'm quite fine.
Not afraid of getting that bacon grease all over your junk?
Nah, son. Oh my god. My roommate. Okay, so I used to live with a roommate whose dad was like a chef in a Chinese kitchen.
Okay. Oh.
And he was the most hardcore motherfucker because he got so used to working with like just hot grease all the time that his forearms were fucking dead. He had no feeling in them whatsoever.
Oh my god, he killed all the nervous endings?
All of them, right? And
messed up.
So he would like, I remember like, I remember like the example that I saw, he fucking was, I remember I came home one time and he was like welding the fence between our place and the neighbor's place. And he was welding with like just the goggles on and nothing else. And the sparks were fucking...
Just going on his arms and everything?
Like, just all over his arms.
Oh my god.
Like, nothing. And the dude was just like, yeah, whatever. Like, zero reaction. Because his fingers and his whole arm was just fucking dead. Because every day was spent burning hot grease all over his arms. And I'm like, God, man, that's nuts. So...
Does he feel anything anymore? Like, does he enjoy the pain, or...
It's like, is there even joy in your life anymore with your arms being numb? No, he just, I mean, for whatever it was worth, like, he just fucking got used to that shit. And I know that experience a little bit, though, because back in the day, in Grenada, I remember when I used to run around as a little Woolie, right? Little Woolie Jr. I'd be running around, and I got used to barefoot on gravel.
Wow. Oh
right.
no, my feet are really, really soft and sensitive.
Well, everyone in North America's feet is soft and sensitive.
Yeah, we're weak. We got socks, we got huge boots,
you got all kinds of fucking...
all this fancy shit.
All that protection and insulation.
While other people make your shoes and they have nothing to wear.
Like, and dude, like, you see these slippers on my feet? This is the softest it's ever been. Feel this shit.
Okay,
literally.
There's a lot of chicken there.
Literally, yeah, I see the chickens. Feel the fluff. Feel it. Do it. You see that shit? It is so fluffy. It has never been more comfortable. My feet are softer than ever, right? But once upon a time,
you were some rough motherfucker.
calloused, hardened ass feet.
Oh my god.
Hardcore pipe hitting niggas, you know what I mean? Hardcore pipe hitting feet that did not give a shit about any kind of gravel or rocks or terrain or turf. And that meant if you're running barefoot and you step on like even something like glass, dude, glass takes a second, right? If it's a flat piece. If it's a sharp piece that's sticking up like a nail or something,
Yeah,
you're
that's
fucked, you're
good,
fucked, you're
okay.
fucked. You're super fucked.
But otherwise,
But a
you
flat
could take
piece,
that.
you got no problems with it.
Hard
And that
piece.
was awesome. And I didn't know at the time because I was so young that I had a superpower. I didn't know.
Hard feet. Do you think that you could firewalk with those
Oh
feet?
God, dude. I could do anything. Like, it was amazing, you know? And all you have to do is just do it every day. You just do it every day, and then like your body just adapts and reacts, you know? Coming back to America, or to Canada as it were, I had zero reason to have hard feet. So it went away because it was a useless attribute.
Evolution.
Yeah, there was nothing to be gained from it on this side, you know, of the ocean.
God. It's like losing your appendix, you don't need it. Losing your hard feet.
It felt good though. It felt good to have, you know, like that as a thing. And it's only years later I realized, I'm like, God, like now, every time I step on something, that's the problem. Is every time I step on something and it hurts,
Nigga, you've gone soft.
you got soft, nigga.
You got soft. S-A-W-F-T, motherfucker.
Right? Real recognize real. Your shit is soft. That's exactly it, right?
Hold on.
And it feels bad. It feels bad knowing that once upon a time, this would have never been a problem. Fruit, teenagers, containers.
That's a good party.
That's the smell of high school.
Oh man.
The smell of a cafeteria.
Are you one of those people that
Hell
doesn't
no.
miss high school?
Oh, I thought you were going to say that brought containers to school. I fucking hated the level of, like, every time, I know that it's just the way to bring lunch to school, but I hated the Tupperware shit, man. Tupperware in a lunch bag, not a box, in a lunch bag, a soft lunch bag, and people would forget their shit behind all the time, was so gross. I fucking hate it, dude. The smell would be awful, and it would last for years, and just...
What kind of nasty people did you hang out with?
No, literally just the Lost and Found would always have a bunch of Tupperware in it, and it was just, and like, I just hate that. I'm super anti-Tupperware now because of the smell that it would always give off from high school days.
Wow.
Someone would break open their Tupperware and they'd have some fucking durian in there or some shit, and you're just like, really? We're doing this?
Microwaving fish.
We're doing this now? It was like no fucking awareness for your surroundings with the smell of that shit. Oh, God, here we go.
Oh, this is
Speaking
the
of
track.
school. Speaking
Great
of school.
timing. We got all these little school children.
Cherry fucking blossom season.
Just
Let's
sing it.
go. Sing along if you know the words, motherfuckers. La 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 la.
Yeah, come on.
La 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 la.
Can you feel it now? Can you feel it
La
now?
la 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 la.
New joint. January 2019.
La 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 la.
This is
DJ Khaled.
we the best. Oh my God, you're in there.
Sing it, shitface.
So is this your favorite track?
Yes.
This is the one?
This is the one.
This is also Yu
Happiness.
Miyake's favorite song.
Happiness.
The musical director.
Yes.
Favorite song for him too. And I can see it, you know? It's just such a light-hearted song. Represent the game very, very well.
Chilling out with all the kids under the sakura blossoms, drinking a beer.
With R. Kelly?
No.
No? Okay, no R. Kelly.
I was gonna say 10-year-olds drinking beer. Because that's what the adults do during this cherry season as well. And then littering everywhere in the park and like leaving it and having it be super duper gross. Apparently, irresponsible people sometimes don't pick up after themselves.
I hate those people.
Yeah,
But this
not
is,
great.
I think it's just like in North America that we do this.
Yeah, we litter here. We litter here.
We don't give a shit.
No, Japan had like 0 litter when I was there.
Nothing.
And when they do litter, when you do see litter, they say, "Oh, Americans were here."
Yep. And like they clean up
Break
everything.
it down like.
They have stations where you. They have stations where they can pick up the cigarette butts.
1, 2.
Oh, you're feeling it.
Falsetto like la 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 la. Dude, and then the fucking the cello.
Yeah.
The cello kicks in,
All
my
the
dude.
strings.
Fucking adagio.
What
Let's
a
go.
boost.
Bup. Bruh. Skip it a bop. La 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 la.
Like this soundtrack is not missing anything.
Yeah. Give it to him like. Take
Going
that.
down the
Take that.
street.
Take that.
Where can we find more fishies?
West Side. Cherry Blossom Side.
Is it like Nas just going up for the children?
Straight up Nazir the God standing in the middle of the streets, and then a bunch of Japanese children standing next to him looking hard. Looking hard as fuck.
The sequel to I Know I Can Be What I Want to Be. If I work hard at it,
Yeah.
I'll be where I want to be.
Bunch of Japanese
Be,
kids.
be.
La 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 la.
You show me. Kokoriru. Yo, Nas, you got a new idea, bro. Come back, bro.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. For the kids, too.
Wu-Tang is for the kids,
Wu-Tang!
but Naz is for the gakusei. Unironically though, like,
銅像がピチピチ復活したのね
I legit, like, for years after playing this game, would just think of that song and be happy.
That's nice.
Like, I would just have moments where I'm just like, you know, those my idle moments where you're like, I don't have my MP3 player on me, or I don't have my headphones or whatever, and I'm just playing a soundtrack in my head.
Yep.
I would just play la 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 la
Just
la
walking
la,
around.
la, la, and that would straight up, that would do me fine.
Looking at people and they'd be like, what the fuck does he look that happy?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Even though these missions are challenging, and it starts out in danger. See that?
Wow.
You start in danger.
Watch
Always
your
moving.
ass.
It's gonna be okay. Well, all we need is 1 cow, but it's gonna be okay. Give us the largest cow you can find. It's fine. 10 minutes is all
10
good.
minutes.
You know why? Because it's Cherry Blossom Sunshine time again! Let's go! Remix! Oh, you thought it was over? You thought it was done? Y'all niggas thought we were...
No! No! You got baited. You got baited so hard. Look at this shit. It's tight. It's ridiculous. Okay. Now we know. Oh my gosh.
No, you didn't.
No, it's too
You're
small.
lying. You're lying.
It's too small.
You're lying, child.
You're just
You
trying to
didn't-
make me feel good.
You didn't feel shit. Why are you faking? Why are you faking it? That's a cool picture, but it's not real.
Where you can Google image this motherfucker. Like,
Yo, this kid's faking it. Oh, I feel it. It's so good. It's so big. Like, did you, child? You felt it? You fucking liar.
oh my god.
Caught you. I caught you lying. DMX. Where my dog's at?
What happened to DMX?
Well,
Did he go broke too or
well,
something?
the answer is dmxinjail.com. And the answer will always surprise and shock you.
Wow.
Oh!
Y'all pictures. Y'all pictures. Oh, Maketa.
Reggie.
Yo. It's okay. At least it's not tiny anymore.
It's so fucking...
She thinks it's small this time.
Son of a bitch.
DMX was like, no, fuck you.
It's so fucking just... These missions are tough, man. They're tough. I got. Oh, look at this shit.
Yo, what is this?
Ambush.
You're in the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
Yo, this is literally me and Grenada trying to feed my dog, and the rats are surrounding me, and I'm fucking Tom Cruise Last Samuraiing that shit
What?
to try to survive, to feed my fucking dog.
I was reading about the Imperial system
Sure.
a while back.
Yeah, that nonsense.
Because I was telling myself, like the Americans, they don't use the international system.
Yeah,
they're
that's
still on the
correct.
Imperial.
That's correct.
So I looked up, like, why is it like that?
Oh, did you try to find did you try to understand the nonsense?
Yes, I did.
Reggie, by the way, there's two camps, and you're gonna encounter them very quickly. That I'm warning you because we've been here before. There's the camps of, well, we do it the way we want to, fuck you, and then there's the camps of, God, we know it sucks. So, yeah, just saying, this is where you're heading.
Okay, let me tell you what I think about this, okay? When the United States were being formed, okay, like late 18th century, they were thinking about how to do like the metric stuff, how to calculate weights and length, and they added in the Constitution that they would be able to set the rules for how, the standards for how we weigh everything and measure everything, and they were looking at options, right? So they had the Imperial unit already. What happened is basically Thomas Jefferson was looking into this, and I think John Adams, they were like, oh, the French are using the metric system, and it seems pretty smart, you know?
Okay.
But they're a bunch of losers. Straight up, they were like, oh, look at this Napoleon.
Wow.
We don't want to have a system that matches a losing country, a losing empire.
It was out of spite.
It was out of spite in the beginning because they were like, oh, yeah, metric system seems fine, but losers use it. And even the French at first, even in Europe, they weren't sure about it. But then they started evolving their thoughts about it. And they were like, oh yeah, this makes sense, you know, like, so 10, 100, 1,000, let's go with it.
God.
But in Europe, it took a few years, right? But every time they tried to do it, they were basically like, we're so far into the imperial system that fuck it. It would make, it would take too much
trouble
time
than it's worth to
undo it.
Yeah.
And they thought about it again in the late 19th century when they were trying to like get industrialized and making all these shops and these like factories, but everything was already in the imperial system, and they were like, our people are basically like, we don't have time to teach them the new stuff.
We're stuck.
And we're stuck. And that's the only reason why the United States is still on the imperial system, because they didn't believe, they thought they would lose time and money trying to educate people, and they were like, fuck it, we'll just stay like that. And this is why there's only like 3 countries that still use the imperial system. It's like Liberia in Africa, you got Myanmar or Burma, whatever, and the US. So, yeah, you are special, USA. We love you, but you're a special kid. Straight up.
I believe I did hear about the previous attempts. Though I didn't know that it was born out of spite. That almost makes me respect it more. Because it's so like, fuck you!
It's so American. It's so American.
It's absolute, like, you know, slap your nose to spite your face. I'll give everybody a little tip, right? If you ever want to fuck with a Canadian, right? That whenever we're talking shit about the imperial system, which we are, and it's very easy to tell people like, oh yeah, go divide yourself by 16, asshole. Right? But if you ever want to fuck with us and get back at us, just go, oh yeah? Well, how tall are you?
Oh man.
And then we're fucked.
Oh man.
Because we, especially here in Canada, will absolutely be like, oh yeah, I'm 6'1".
Yeah.
You know?
These are the only things that we use imperial is like for height and for your own weight.
And yes, we should absolutely be using centimeters or meters. But it's too late. We fucked up. There should be loads of maidens like those on Earth.
Maidens, boy.
We're picking up girls, y'all. We're rolling up girls. Hey, Sade, you want to jump in the Katamari with me?
Womp womp.
Let me holla. Let me holla. Let me holla, holla, holla. Holla for dollar. Be still my heart. The earth is full of pretty maidens. This is another lucky day for the prince. Days like this don't come along often.
You're getting lucky. Yeah.
Roll up as many maiden and make a maiden-rich Katamari. A beautiful constellation for a super fab pretty sky. Okay, but you gotta walk away though, because you're about to... God damn it! Son of God!
What?
See how it starts? Maidens are easily bored. So you only have 11 minutes. You must really look forward to it, Frisky Prince.
Oh, that's a pretty Katamari, though.
She kicked me off before the mission even started. So you gotta start with the little ones, right? Everybody, you can get the toddlers first. And then work your way up to high school. And then eventually you'll get to the OLs, you know?
Yes. Give me the drunken ladies.
But you can't get there yet. You gotta earn it.
Oh, man.
You gotta start with the basics.
Okay.
Anyone inferring anything unpure is entirely in your own brain.
Yep.
And WoolieVersus will not be held responsible for your fucked up thoughts.
We're pure.
So
Nothing
pure.
but purity in WoolieVersus.
Wholesome. See all that Kirby content? Fuck out of here. Would you like to experience a Matsuri, Reggie?
Yeah, I'd be down. Hey, we have a Matsuri too.
I've never been. I've never been.
It's pretty crowded nowadays, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah. The weeb sauce has spread all over the city.
Yeah, I can imagine. Do you know if do they still have enough like yukatas to rent out?
Yes, yes.
They
you
brought
can have
enough?
the tents, and you can have all these
Even with the big crowds now?
the kimono and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to dress up,
I assume
have a bit of that cultural appropriation. That's the
Well, you see, I mean, if you want to get into it, right? Because that's a whole thing, and it's like one of those nonsensical things. And as a dude, as a black Canadian that's performing haka, I've learned a thing or two about how that goes down. But ultimately, Japan is like, what the fuck are you talking about, guys? We enjoy that our culture is being shared. It's fine. So that's like, guess what? Japan said it's fine. It's fine. Japan also had a bunch of dudes in blackface on stage singing at a TV show. So, you know what I mean? There's a little bit of that. Yeah, this is. It's a little. It's got complicated. It's a little bit of a topic. You gotta pick and choose and have a discussion, I suppose. But you know, yeah. Can't have it both ways, right? Do you think the prince can get a harem?
Yo, if that's not enough, you have a problem.
100?
Like, how many did R. Kelly have?
Oh man, we're gonna keep going back to that, aren't we?
I'm sorry, man. I'm still shook. I'm still shook.
But are you shook about shit that you already knew? You know what I mean? Like, we gotta be real. Like,
Yes.
who's surprised?
It's true.
If anything, you're just surprised by how bad it was, but you already knew what was going down.
Oh man, it's so sad.
Let's not pretend, you know? Oh yeah, we were always this woke. This wokeness is now like really? You knew. We've done heard about this shit. We heard about Aaliyah. You know when you heard about Aaliyah? The first second she sang "Age Ain't Nothing But a Number,"
Oh
you
my
knew what the
God.
fuck was going on.
You're like,
That's kind of creepy, but yo, let's bounce to it though.
Oh man.
Put out a hit joint. When did you learn how to ride a bike?
I think my big brother was given a tricycle, and he removed the wheels, and we went out in the street,
Yeah.
and he made me practice.
Okay.
And I was maybe 5 years old, 5 or 6.
Wait, he removed the wheels from the tricycle?
Yeah.
What does that do?
Well, he removed because basically it was like a bicycle with training wheels.
Training wheels.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
my bad.
That's different.
Oh, that's not even a tricycle then.
No.
Oh, I'm a boss. Okay, so you moved the training wheels, and it was just like, all right, fight for your freedom.
Yeah,
I just started trying to ride it, and it started getting really fun, and
Yeah.
I miss those days,
A
actually.
bicycle with training wheels is not at all a tricycle.
My bad. I'm too badass.
Yeah, that's what I did eventually as well. Same thing.
Cool.
I used to ride it around the car, my dad's car, basically, in the front yard.
You never went out in the street or in your neighborhood?
No, I'm saying when I was learning, when I was teaching
Okay.
myself. The thing is, I taught myself.
I see.
Like, nobody fucking came and went, yo, we're gonna just how you do it. Nobody fucking did it. I just had to go and do it.
Self-taught.
And what I did was I just put my one hand on the car and then just kind of pushed myself
yourself
around and then tried to slowly learn how to balance in the middle.
Oh, that's good.
And it was interesting because, like, I got really good at just, like, you know, like when you're doing trials, like when you're climbing on rocks, you have to learn how to balance on a motorcycle that's just kind of like by itself. So I got good at balancing on a bike that wasn't moving, right?
Wow, yeah. That is a skill, actually.
But that's way more than you actually need to ride the bike.
Yes.
Once the bike itself is moving, you're fine.
Yep.
But like I just fucking went to the nth degree because it was the easier thing to do was to push myself around the car and then learn how to balance it. And so I fucking eventually was just like, oh, okay, like yeah, I'm doing that. Now we got to do it while moving. And then once I started doing it while moving, I'm like, oh my god, this is easy. Like I made it way harder for myself by standing still as opposed to moving, and I still don't fully understand what it is about movement that makes it easier. I guess just
It's just I should know this, having studied sciences and shit.
Velocity and the fact that I guess you're being somewhat you're experiencing G-forces, you're moving forward.
Yeah, because like your wheels are turning and you have fucking angular acceleration on it, but it gives you like stability and just moving forward. But the fact that when you stop moving forward, you don't have that stability anymore, and it just carries you forward, basically.
Warning, Reggie, you're establishing yourself as a smart guy that knows everything.
Hey, I don't know everything. Like I forgot a lot of things, you know. Like I studied.
But people still are in the phase of not knowing enough about you.
Oh, you'll get to know me.
They're filling in data, and the data being filled
What does he know?
Yeah, the data being filled in at the moment.
Can I pick up the elephant?
Yeah. There and now it's done. Now it's done. The trees just take it over.
Still in diapers. I'm gonna shit on your fucking yawn lawn, like
And
motherfucker.
this is where we fucking start to go ham now.
Yes.
For those of you who want to know what we're all about,
Yo.
the Katamari.
You're killing it.
Yeah. This is where you get fucking big now. Now the world starts to fear your name. Starts. You know?
They feel it too.
Entire metropolises are coming into the fold now. They're all learning the way of the cosmos. It is my job, it is my mission to teach the way of the cosmos. How do you feel about the philosophy of minimalism and the idea? There's a book that was written about how we should strive to only own 100 objects.
Really?
100 things. Strive to own 100 things. Simplify your
100
life.
items.
Simplify your mind.
Including like bed, desk, everything, 100 items. What about clothing?
Yeah, I don't think clothing counts. It might, but I don't know. I think it's more just like, besides like clothing is a necessity, but like maybe I think it's just like in terms of like, yeah, just stuff. Maybe if you can include clothing if you're hardcore.
You know, if it was just for me, like if I could, I would try to do it. I think I could, yeah. Like,
And
when you
the
think
idea
about it, we're so like surrounded by like all these like buy this, buy that. Hey, you need this. Hey, you might want that. It's mind numbing. It's like it's crazy.
and the idea being, if you want a new thing, there's no problem. Just give an old thing away. Right?
Okay.
That's the idea.
Would you be able to have like 100 items, or would
Reggie-
it drive you crazy?
Reggie, I'm going to tell you a story, and the story will
Story
hopefully
time.
answer your question.
All right.
When I moved, I had we had a closet, and I was like, I gotta hang up all my t-shirts because I buy t-shirts at cons of like geeky stuff and stuff that I enjoy. I like graphic design t-shirts. Back over on Best Friends, we were at what we called the t-shirt Cold War, where we would silently just wear super cool shirts and wear them into the office, and just everyone would be like, oh, that's a fucking cool shirt. Where'd you get that? And be like, oh, someplace, whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then inside, everyone would seethe with jealousy because we all loved the fucking shirt.
Oh, that's a badass shirt.
That was the t-shirt holder, but you could never let anyone know you loved it, you know? And so I would buy a lot of t-shirts and cool stuff that I wore, because that was also just my style, you know? That's what I like to do. When I moved, we decided, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hang my stuff up, keep it organized, and in order to make that work, it was like, we gotta go buy some hangers.
Okay.
We bought a container. It was a large container.
Full of hangers?
It was 100 hangers. And I said...
Did you have enough?
I said, if I can't do it with 100 containers, fuck me, I'm an asshole, right? It's my fucking problem. I hung up all my shirts.
And?
I ran out of hangers.
No way. Just for t-shirts?
Just for t-shirts.
Dude, that is a lot of t-shirts.
I have a problem.
Watermelon?
Giant watermelon.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to go into stereotypes, but that looks like...
Are you a fan?
Yo, that's a treasure of a watermelon.
Okay. I don't like watermelons, so you can
You're lying.
You can have all of them. I know.
You're
right?
Okay, Dave Chappelle said, if you don't like chicken and watermelon, there's something wrong with you.
Something wrong with you.
And I fully agree.
I'm on board with chicken.
Oh my God.
I'll give you that.
Man, watermelon, it's so refreshing.
I know that I'm in the minimum, and I've tried to describe it to people before, and I don't expect to win any victories, so it's like it's a lost cause for me to try and explain it. But when it comes to fruit flavors, I just find it like, and I don't want to say too watery, but it's like it's too subtle, I find.
Oh man.
Like the type of fruit I prefer are much more like much stronger, right?
I see.
So I love mangoes,
Yeah.
and I love pineapples.
Yeah.
And mangoes and pineapples are the exact opposite of watermelon in terms of like how watery and flavorful they are. Like I used to say watermelons have no flavor, and it's like that's not true. They have a lot of flavor, but they're not the kind of flavor I like. They're very subtle and I also hate things like watermelon, like cantaloupes. You know?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't like watermelon and watermelon type fruits.
Cantaloupe and honeydew.
Honeydews are fucking awful. I hate them. Everything like that.
I will put honeydew and cantaloupe under watermelon though.
Yeah. So, but that's all the same category to me. And I'm like, I don't enjoy the taste of those types of fruits.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Are we nearing the end?
I think it's just the moon.
The moon.
You ready to make the moon?
Let's go.
And now
Can
we're
we pick the tree now? Probably. Mushrooms are good.
Mushrooms must be good.
Yes. Let's do some shrooms. Are shrooms legal?
No.
No?
No, Reggie. That's
just wondering.
Only weed.
Candidly asking, you know.
Only weed. We're going up this hill.
We're running up that hill.
Always, some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill. One of the greatest improvised lines of all time. Blade 1.
What about it?
Wesley Snipes, that's what he says right before he kills La Magra. Some motherfuckers always try to ice skate uphill.
Shit.
Nah.
The references.
Yeah, it had a history on the channel.
Another black man that got rich and went broke.
Yo. Because he thought he was better than his taxes. You can't fucking...
You can't beat taxes.
You can't beat taxes, dude. You can be a daywalker. You can defeat all the vampires you want.
You can play basketball with Woody Harrelson.
You can defeat La Magra. You cannot defeat taxes. Still just a toddler. That's why you're still a kid.
Hello, world.
Right? Remember when you left town and everyone was like, yo, fuck that kid, he'll never be nothing?
You'll never make it.
You'll never be nothing? Now what happened? I bought all of you.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Now what? Success is the best revenge. And suddenly the cover of the game makes a lot of sense, right? Like the box art.
Yeah.
Where you're rolling up eternity. But like that city was that was it. There was a city here, it's gone now. Skyscraper.
Or we are definitely gonna make this happen.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
What a nice Katamari. So pleasant and dreamy. We'd love it bigger, though. Always bigger.
Let's do this.
Even on the final attempt. Never big enough. Plants. Industry. Nature. That's almost like a commentary. Industry has
yeah.
more spot than plants.
Oh, that's sad.
Than nature, rather. My. The Earth really does have a lot of things. We'll now release the moon into the sky.
Yes. Give us our tidal waves. Beautiful.
All the beetles, all the mushrooms. Praise the moon. Fuck the sun. Na 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 Katamari Damacy.
So good.
Dinosaurs. Little Petit Prince planets, volcanoes. Behold creation. Not scary. Not ominous at all, says the spaceship. Look at us go.
Yes.
Fuck those giraffes. Cells.
Father and son.
The moon. Yes.
Yatta.
Yattaze. Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada,
Hey, we're there. We're in there.
Dominica, Haiti,
80.
Ecuador,
Yeah.
Panama, Costa Rica. Shoutouts to Panama. I got family there.
Do you know most of your capitals?
Of these countries? Fuck no.
What countries know? I mean, listen to that
Canada.
voice.
We got ourselves.
Canada. We made it.
Paraguay, Australia, Indonesia, abbreviation Indo. Federated States of Micronesia, China, Seychelles. Shout out to Seychelles. I have a lot of friends there.
Oh, much love.
Seychellois people.
They speak the Haitian that I don't understand, man.
Russia, Mauritius. I know someone from Mauritius.
What a masterpiece we just played, Willie. You know Katamari? In New York, there's actually like the Museum of Modern Arts, and there's
Yemen,
a special
Gambia.
there's a special collection in that museum where they put video games and influential video games that made it. And Katamari made the list
Yeah.
of super influential video games.
Of course it did.
家族揃っての月旅行になっちゃった
Everybody's happy in the Katamari. The stars are pretty. I
United
told you.
as one. Fine.
I told you. Everybody was like, oh no, it's scary. We don't want to become the singularity. And I'm like, that's bullshit.
It's beautiful.
You want to be the singularity. You just don't know it yet. That's all. You just need to understand that altogether, this rolling feeling is the only thing that matters now. You have no home.
Yep.
You have no place to return to.
What a game.
Fucking right?
This game stands with so many works of art, you know?
I'm glad to have shared this rolling spirit with you.
Thank you for having me.
I think I can say I love Katamari.
We all love Katamari.
You love
now.
Katamari. Therefore, we love Katamari.
And I could add also
Oh my god, Reggie. That
just
was an
one
ending.
last thing.
Last thing.
Last thing.
What you
have
got?
to remember. In one line that I liked in We Love Katamari that Keita said, in one cutscene, the king says, "Don't expect another sequel. Live in the moment. This is one of life's most important lessons."
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
There you have it.
Truly, the earth is full of things.